Well, there are big families, and then there are big families. Tonight, we're meeting one with a family tree branch right here in Columbus that just keeps growing.
Yeah, in fact, we may never know how big it gets. 10 TV's Brittany Bailey introduces us to the Paper Plane Society.
In the sea of social media, one video stands out from the rest.
A week ago today, I found out I had 30 siblings. I'm Andy.
Say
and I live
what?
in Atlanta, Georgia.
That had me hooked. And then,
My name is McKenzie, and I live in Columbus, Ohio.
obviously, we had to meet.
It's just progressively over the years grown from being, 3 of us around the ages of 15 to now there's 32 of us total. Kristen and Brittany, and then it was me, Carolyn, Molly, Sarah, and then Emily and Jeremy, Melissa, Brooklyn, Jordan and Spencer, Sterling, Ben, Lindsay, Kelly, Oliver, then Leslie, Hannah and Elise, the 4 Papiers, Andy and Sabrina.
If you haven't figured it out by now, these siblings share one thing in common: a sperm donor.
Some of us knew we were donor conceived growing up.
And some of us didn't find out until adulthood.
Some of us grew up with 2 moms.
Some with a single mom.
And some with a mom and a dad.
That's Sam, who just discovered he had so many half-siblings back in February.
It's really awesome, and honestly, it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me. But I still have moments where I'm just like, is this even real? This is just not real. This can't be real. This cannot possibly be real.
But it's getting more and more real as he meets more and more siblings. In fact, there have been family reunions, road trips, and plenty of video chats.
Hey! Hi!
It might sound a little cheesy, but they are kind of like one big happy family, and they're slowly sharing their story with the world.
When you tell them the donor sibling thing, they're like, do you mean that Vince Vaughn movie that came out?
Yes, everybody brings that up. I actually watched that with
Everyone.
our sister on Father's Day, and it was a fantastic
You watched it on Father's Day? Sam!
Remember, Sam and McKenzie only recently met, but the connection seemed pretty instant and runs deep. The two share a love of music, as do many of the siblings, which shouldn't come as a surprise when you check out the donor profile. The siblings even have their own Spotify list of their very own music. And one of the siblings, Sarah Eisen, even appeared on American Idol. Some of her siblings were there to cheer her on, along with the donor dad. Yep, the siblings know who he is, and many have met him.
He fills that paternal role for the siblings that want him to, and then kind of steps back and takes a more kind of hands-off role with siblings who either aren't ready to be in contact with him yet, or who just don't want that kind of paternal vibe from him.
I look so much like him. I kind of just realize that more and more, just that I look just like him in a lot of ways. And it's really weird. It's just really, really, really weird.
Yeah, they do share some traits, including similar eyes. And many also share tattoos, all documented on their family Instagram page, the Paper Plane Society.
And it's just something that's always going to be part of our lives, and that is a bit overwhelming sometimes to think about, that this is just our lives from now until the end.
It's been a wild ride so far.
I woke up 2 days ago thinking I was an only child, and now I find out that I'm the second oldest of 31!
But the ride certainly isn't over yet. The siblings now total 32 and counting. With photojournalist Evan Huddle, Brittany Bailey, 10 TV News.
Well, 32 and counting. As you can imagine, there is much, much more to this story. Hear the message McKenzie and Sam have for any donor families out there, what they think about dating in a world of unknowns, and why Amazon Prime Day keeps them on pins and needles. Also, we dig deeper into the meaning of the Paper Plane Society and this family's plans moving forward. All of that and much more on this story. You can find it at 10tv.com.